Sword, number 2. Number 1. This one is mega ugly. I mean, it was the first one. But, there's the first one. Second one is quite a bit different. Much shorter. I think the blade shape is kind of ugly, honestly. It's just straight here and then two different tapers, I guess, and whatever. I was just trying different things. The crossguard and the pommel are both mild steel as far as I know, and then I figured out how to brass it, so I just make it look shiny and cool looking. It's much faster than that one, of course. It's cool. Anyhow, I really don't think that this is going to cut very much, because I think this is mild steel too, and I have not tried to harden it. So I just got some stuff here, and I'm just going to see if it works. Swing-a-roo, and it's good to go. As traditionally, I just got to baseball it, the last of it. I don't know. Much better than the first one. To compare, the blade is straight instead of, oh man, the blade on this is so bad. Well, yeah, it goes every which way. It's not good. Well, this one was forged out, and it's very thin, but it has no fuller. This one has a fuller. You might be able to see it. Yeah, it has a big fuller. Goes just about to the end of it. On one side, not on the other side. The crossguard is actually like properly made, where there's a shoulder on it. It's not very good, but yeah, you can see all the way around it. But you know, at least it's stylized. It's got like thin part here, and it kind of goes up on either side. This was just a piece of rebar. Not very good. This one is much better, and this is just, I had to make the pommel twice because the first one was not even close to being heavy enough. Yeah, I mean, it was a good practice. I think I learned quite a bit on this one. Well, this is actually the third sword. I should point out. This is the second sword. This one, I was pretty excited about it. This one was forged out pretty well. And then, well, what happened is that I heat treated it, and everybody's like, well, if you don't temper it, it'd just be brittle. And I'm like, yeah, whatever. Yeah, well, it broke. It broke in 3 pieces on a hay bale. After I got this thing there, and it wasn't even sharpened at all, but I just wanted to see if it was flexible. And well, the reason I didn't temper it is because, I mean, it's maybe like this long or so. Like, it's a good almost half of the length that broke off. And it was very thin, and when I was testing it, I would put it like into the wall or something like this, and then it would see how far it bends, right? And it would spring back perfectly. Unlike, I think this one kind of springs a little bit, but I think if I do it far enough, yeah, then it just bends. So, mild steel, no good. Well, this one was 5160, and since it wasn't tempered, yeah, it broke. That's the whole thing. And so I was really kind of disappointed with the looks of it anyhow, because I was using a very small crossguard, which is this, on this one. And then the handle was so horribly ugly. The handle was wider than the blade, which it just does not look good. I will never do it again. It's got to be at least the same width of the blade. Otherwise, it looks so bad. So I took the pommel off of this one onto this one, and then it was too small and too light, so I had to make another one. And this one is much better than this was just round stock, mild steel, and this one was a bolt. So if I make a smaller, light sword, again, I might cut off the bolt here and then tap through it horizontally, and it would make a really neat looking pommel with like no effort. But this one was just round stock, and then I just kind of made a decorative little things, and this one was quite a bit of trouble, but it turned out that it looks pretty good. Looks okay. I mean, I'd prefer one that's like sits out a little bit, you know, so you can kind of slide your hand down without losing the sword, but none of this was forged out. This one was just stock removal, so just using what I got here. Anyhow, that's it. Sword number 3. And it is pretty... It actually kind of handles pretty well. It is... the reason that I had to change the pommel is because when you shift like this, the point should stay in one spot like a chicken head. And this one's not very good, but it does a little bit. And this one, it's like, it was, I don't even know how to explain it, but it was not, it was like the point was like way up here. So it was like flying around. This is much better. It's not the best sword ever, but it is pretty, it would kill the shit out of somebody. It's a real sword. I would trust this more than the first one. And it looks prettier. It almost looks like a real sword with the brass and everything. Making progress. All right. Bye-bye.